Did you guys get your email? I had it out in the email, plus I gave Haley copies, so.
Yep, that's yours. You're right in the front here.
Okay. Only question I got, Melinda, right side,
Okay,
beginning balance, 29 million. Was that was on June 30th of 23?
no, that was the beginning balance. I'm asking a question. That would have been the beginning balance of, as of December 31st.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is the semi-annual.
That's what I thought. And then, where was I looking at? Okay, the beginning balance is the total of all dollars, right?
Yes, and the
Okay,
accounts. yes.
29, and then if we jump down to the very bottom of that, the grand total is 30 million. That's,
Right,
That
as of
should
the
have-
end of June,
yeah, both
Yes.
figures were both, and we kind of gained $1 million.
basically, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
But that's every fund that the county
Yes,
has. Yeah.
yes,
and I did increase, if you'll notice that our CDs did increase $1 million too.
yeah,
Because you move those around for interest, right?
Yep. Get
okay.
us some better interest. Doing
Any
good.
questions, Rick?
Not a one.
Gary?
We just won't have Rick's signature when this goes to paper. Because you want me to still get it scheduled, right?
Yeah, we need to get
Okay,
it.
I'll take a motion to approve.
So moved.
Okay, treasurer's report. Do I have a second?
And I'd second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There you go.
And if you want to sign that one, we have to send it to the paper.
And I'll
Why,
sign it for
sure.
you quick too.
Yep. Do you want 2 copies, one for you and one for me? I'll sign 2.
And I'll get those submitted to the auditor too.
I see Kathy's on there doing something today.
She approved all my things.
Yeah, I got that notice. Comes as a Sterling support. Now that I'm getting used to what it is.
I know, at first it was really weird.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, if you wrote that, so you wrote on his.
I'll take that.
Yeah. I guess it is that. Thank you. I'll get it sent in. tonight.
All right. Okay, the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was the state passed legislation that the counties that issue driver's license, they can charge a $10 service fee to out-of-county residents that come in and use the services. Counties have been doing it. I haven't implemented it yet, but everybody around us is doing it.
Okay,
Jones is already doing it. I was gonna wait till the DOT actually puts it in the programming of the program for us to do it. But if they pay, how the rule goes, if they pay property tax within your county, which we have the ability to look that up, we don't charge them that. They're not charging veterans, you know, and then there's that Safe at Home program with the state where they, it's when they're trying to stay safe so they don't disclose where they're at and they get a driver's license and it gets mailed to the state. It's for abuse and things like that. They're not charging for those. So the counties that have been doing it, they've been making it, they've actually collected, the first week one county collected over $200 and some. and convenience fees, and the people have been paying it.
What's the percentage you got of out of county?
Right now, we average probably about 25%. A lot do pay property tax in Benton County, so,
I guess what I'm looking at, are you willing to take the squawk when they are unhappy?
yeah.
For a couple $100, yeah.
I mean, if you're willing to handle it.
I mean,
Or the girls, I should say, wherever.
yeah, I mean, since the surrounding counties are gonna start doing it, it's to help, the state decided to help, they would let us do it to help supplement, because we haven't had any increase in driver's license fees since 2009.
Cause you only get $2 or $3, right?
We get 7.
7?
Mhm.
Good.
But there's so much more work that goes in with driver's license now than we did
Mhm.
back then.
Mhm.
It's changed. We do almost some of the same stuff the DOT does versus, except with records.
And I guess you're looking for some kind of,
Well, I was
Opinion?
just letting you know
Okay.
that I might. I'm thinking of doing it. Yeah, what's your opinion? I mean,
if you're willing to handle the
yeah. And
upset customer, it's,
if we see that it's affecting our numbers, I can stop doing it too. You know, we think the younger kids are the ones that aren't on the block. They go wherever they can go and they pay whatever, but.
okay,
But I was gonna reach out to Amy at Jones County, since she's been doing it, I was gonna talk to her some more about it.
okay,
But it won't be till like September.
all right, go ahead, Rick.
Well, and again, how many per week, per month, I mean, would they get? I heard her say a couple $100.
Well, that was
That's
in
about
1
20
week.
people, but what was that length of time?
1 week.
1 week,
1 week,
yeah.
okay?
So,
You get that many
oh yeah,
in a week?
oh yeah,
20?
oh yeah,
Really?
oh yeah.
Well, adds up to a few bucks in the
Yeah.
course of a year, doesn't it?
Yeah. So like I said, it wouldn't be till at least September, and if it doesn't go well and it's affecting our numbers, I can always stop collecting it.
Okay,
But,
you heard what I said.
I know,
What's your opinion?
Whatever you think.
okay.
It's up to you.
Rick?
All right, I'll reach out to a few of the
I
counties
think-
and see how they're
Yeah,
doing.
go for it. Why not?
Alrighty,
All right,
that's it.
thanks, Linda.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I got the point. I got the point, that is my turn.
Hit it.
I'd like to set a land use hearing for Michael and Shelley Crow for Tuesday, August 22nd at 9:15.
August 22nd,
Yeah,
9:15 a.m.
Yep.
I'd make that motion, we set that land use hearing.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
Oh, Matt, you're not on right away, are you, Matt? Okay, how about, the minutes?
So moved.
I didn't.
And I'd second that.
Okay.
Didn't see anything, did you, Tracy?
Nope, nothing, looks good. All in
Yep.
favor of approving the minutes from July 18th?
Aye.
Aye,
Aye.
done. Claims,
Had a couple questions or
okay,
comments, I guess.
okay,
On, well, the first page was ECOG dues, I presume.
yep,
Yeah,
Okay.
that has nothing to do with the watershed.
Yeah, that's, yeah. And then, a comment, page 3 and 4 with the sheriff's office. All that software, is that correct?
That's
That's
E911.
all.
So they have different software for dispatch and like their vehicles and what we use over on other stuff.
Okay. Do do they update that every year or what? I mean, combined, it's about $70,000 just for software.
Well, I'm sure it's gotta be compliant statewide, I'm not 100% sure, but it's probably similar to like what we use for our financials. We always have a
Sure.
continuing fee and upgrades for the support and stuff too, so you'd probably have to talk to Ron though.
Yeah, I'll ask him when I see him, but I was just kind of shocked. It's a lot of software. Okay, that was all I had. Did you guys have anything?
I had nothing. Gary?
I noticed that sheriff's budget was pretty high. That's what it is.
You mean his expenditures. And some of that too is the once a year things that we pay, it's the new fiscal year, so kind of everything's pushed out right away too.
And I see we paid for the maintainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, 315, something like that.
Yep,
Yep.
yep,
Get a
And
steering
again,
wheel with
it's,
that.
yeah,
okay.
yeah, this was a big claim run.
Yeah, it sure was. So now there's some ARPA ones in that, is there?
Yeah, we're
Yep.
gonna do them totally separate.
They're in this folder.
Yeah,
Let me name them off for you.
Okay,
There was one,
if you could.
Streff Electric, that's finishing up the boiler stuff for $196. And then we had Spidell and Sons Well and Pump Company for the conservation.
Yeah,
And that is $4,400. I think those are the only ones in
I
this,
think that's it.
I think that's it on this one.
Yep.
okay. Well, I'd make a motion that we approve the claims.
Second.
Okay, Gary seconded.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Aye.
all right.
And then you need a motion to approve paying, those two claims from the ARPA funds, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's my motion.
Okay,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Hey, we got right on time.
And then you guys initial this.
Yep.
Inside there.
Yep. Okay, Matt. I got everything that you sent me, buddy.
All right, you know,
Nope, I'm
Okay.
good.
Thank you.
And Matt, thank you for sending those out.
yep. So do you guys, some of you not want printing copies in the future, or do you want both?
I figured we'll save, because I figured you'd bring them, so I didn't print them, but
Yeah. Okay, so just do both, is that, okay,
You could go one last.
all right,
I usually print it.
okay,
Gary doesn't.
I usually do too.
Yeah.
Got
okay.
a brand new printer and
You do?
it took a crap.
Where's that user error? Okay.
Okay,
All right, Bryce and Michelle Nemitz, they're requesting to change the use of 1.15 acres of land to allow for a single-family dwelling and shop. In this site, it's located in the southeast corner of the intersection of 62nd Street and 31st Avenue in Section 3 of Canton Township. In this area that they're looking to change land use on is part of Parcel A, which is 5.91 acres in size. And that's currently owned by HR Metals LLC, of which the applicant, Bryce Nemitz, is the registered agent for. So the site, it's currently planted in a hay crop. The area has an average weighted corn stability rating of 58. The county has already installed a driveway that meets the policy requirements on the north side of this parcel along 62nd Street, and that's just east of the intersection with 31st Avenue. 62nd Street, that's county gravel road that has an annual average daily traffic count of 45 vehicles. A new private water well and septic system will need to be installed to serve this new dwelling. And based upon the published soil survey for this area, an alternative septic system may need to be installed. And there is an existing single-family dwelling located west of the site. To the south and east of the site, the land is currently in a hay crop, but single-family dwellings are planned for each of those parcels in the future. And those have not gone through land use review yet, but that is the intent there of those property owners. And the land to the north is currently in row crop production. We had 7 notices that were sent out to adjacent property owners, as well as the legal notices that were published in the official newspapers of the county. And we did not receive any calls or emails regarding any public input regarding this request. And given this parcel, this area, it is located in an area with a lower CSR as well as steep slopes. And there are other future dwellings planned in this area. And the remainder of this parcel that's not used for the building site, that is going to remain in a hay crop. So this proposal should not have any negative impacts on any of the surrounding farm operations.
Does this person own A, B, and C?
No, they currently own A and B, let me make sure I say it right. A and C, excuse me.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and this will be a subdivision then down the road, or no?
This was already platted, that was back in 2003.
Okay, it was already, okay,
They had those parcels established in 2003.
okay. I guess, go ahead, Rick.
I was gonna say, I really didn't see issues with it.
Okay,
They already own the land.
yep,
So I'd make a motion that we approve it.
okay.
Second.
Gary seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Done deal.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
You Isaac?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure. I think Roy might come as well. Did he tell you that?
He asked about the meeting, he didn't say whether he was coming.
Okay. That's what I wasn't sure either, so.
That's for the flip hand.
No, he is for the Pioneer Cemetery Commission.
Oh, okay. Okay, any reports?
I don't have any. It'll be this coming
I thought I had
week.
it last week, but then this week.
We have that meeting tomorrow night at 7.
Yep.
And that's at the sheriff's office.
Yep.
Backwards, yep, by Scott's area.
Well, hopefully it'll send Zoom information.
Supposed to.
Do I need to reach out to him?
No, it's gonna come from Anna, but she'll set it up, but I think
Oh, okay.
you're gonna use Scott's computer.
Yeah, hers didn't work.
I had landfill Thursday night. Dirt coming in. Their hair over 50% hauled in from the Lynn County on their project.
But you said they were gonna halt that.
Well, they're still, they don't know if they're gonna take all the other 50% yet.
Okay.
They're getting full. And the new cell is, they're getting ready to lay pipes, put the liner down and sand. That'll be coming here this week and next week. So they're working on that. You know, the place is busy, best way I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
I guess the only thing that I guess for that 10 minutes, the roads are, like going to the dump, there's some holes alongside the roads that need to be worked on.
Oh, I've been down there about every 3 days.
There's one where you turn off the blacktop from going to Benton, or going to Marengo from Blairstown, right there at the corner where you turn to go.
Towards Hammond?
Yeah. And then there's a bunch of roads that need to be, well, the road going down to Marengo, there's a drop off on the side of the road all the way along there.
Well, I think Myron's got a schedule and he always puts that wing on and brings the shoulders back. I don't know when that is, but
Yeah. Need to get it done. When are they gonna redo that road? Is that 2 or 3 years from now?
I believe it's 2 years. I'd have to look on the 5-year plan.
It needs it. It used to be that Benton County and Iowa County did those roads at the same time. They'll probably wait till they do the road north of Blairstown.
I don't know. Don't know the schedule on that either. Myron ain't been in here for a couple of weeks, so
I know. I was gonna ask him about it.
You probably have your 5-year plan in briefcase, don't you, Tracy?
yes, I do.
Sure. Yeah, and I've got mine over in the closet there. I can't remember. Sorry.
Not a big deal. It'll be when it'll be.
Yeah. Yeah.
You wanna look at it?
Yeah. Thank you. That dairy east where they got the new, I call it a pit. That needs some work there. I'm getting a lot of contacts on that. It ain't bad now, but looks like next year we're gonna do the it's not on here. Oh. I don't see it. We're gonna grade the shoulders.
It's right here. 25.
Missed that.
Hi.
guess you turn the air on in here.
I know it's hot. I'm not usually hot, but you can't hear when it's on.
Well, turn the fan on, it's stuffy.
I don't know if that would- What's it say over there?
How much?
78. Are you guys sweating?
No. It's warm.
It's stuffy.
It's stuffy.
Wow, it's nice in here compared to outside.
You got something to pass out for the flip?
I just printed the draft.
Yeah.
There's-
That one I did not print on. Done with that?
I noticed that, you go east of Blairstown to the Watkins Road, it's really rough at that intersection.
Tracy, was there something to print off for that floodplain ordinance?
Just a draft.
It's just the draft that's been on the website and stuff with the notice that we sent to the paper.
It,
Okay,
it was
okay,
sent.
on the website. All right.
Yeah, it was sent to me a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they sent it out a few weeks ago.
Yes.
Guess I don't recall it. But I guess it's slept since then too, so.
And it's what's mandated to us.
That is correct.
Technically, we ain't
Correct.
got to say about it.
That is correct.
Yeah, I know it.
Outside first input.
Barb, has it in the past, anybody asked for a variance?
No.
No? I see there's a clause in there about variances. Okay. Well, I guess we'll get at it. First consideration of the flood plan ordinance is 79. Is that what you're here for too?
Yep.
Okay, what do you want?
Do you want to say anything first before I start in? I've communicated a little bit with Matt about the ordinance, and I don't have any problems with the ordinance, so don't get me wrong. My concern was, and I realize that this is probably created by the DNR, and we just kind of put our blessing on it, but there's no appeal process in this ordinance. And there never has been, so this isn't anything new, but there never has been. And I think there should be. And, I said something to Matt and, and we all kind of agree, it's the DNR. So I'm gonna talk to Ray. I tried getting hold of him this morning, but wasn't able to. Because under chapter 335 is county zoning. And chapter 335 specifically talks about protecting from flooding and how that farm buildings are exempt from zoning except in floodplain. So my question is, does 335 also apply to your floodplain ordinance? And 335 provides for Board of Adjustments and appeal hearings and all that kind of thing. So that was, I just wanted to let you know that I'm talking to Ray to find out, you know, if that's something that needs, and I'm not saying it's anybody's fault here, I'm just saying that maybe it's something that was never considered. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm kind of trying to find out.
I guess that's what I was looking at here on section 6, where it says the Board of Supervisors may authorize upon request in specific cases a variance. So
That's a variance, but that's not an appeal. What if I don't like your variance, or what if I don't like, you know, that's, and maybe you can't, you know, maybe 335 doesn't apply at all to this, but 335 is county zoning, and this is technically a zoning ordinance, so that was my question. And I didn't expect an answer today. I just wanted you guys to know that I was asking.
Is there anybody at the DNR we could reach out to too, before next week, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
talk to Jason.
yeah, I talked to him.
I've heard to come up, but not in our county, possibly another county. What would be?
Or we just accept that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I'm not opposed to the ordinance, I just think. And I read through it, and I read through the study. There are a few changes, but
Pretty much the same.
pretty much, other than that elevation and.
Yep.
So that's all I've got to say.
Okay,
Thanks, Jill.
I didn't have any other inquiries on it prior to.
We did not either.
okay. Do we vote on this?
Well, you need a motion to pass the first consideration.
Yes.
Please.
Can I ask some questions?
All right.
Go ahead, wait a minute, Rick.
Motion.
Wait a
Wait,
minute.
we have another.
Okay.
We got a question. Go ahead.
So,
Yep.
I came to find out, because I live just south of Mud Creek, and I didn't know where to find the map, I looked for it, but I think you guys just mentioned that it's on your website. Is that where I can find it?
Yes.
The maps are on FEMA's website. I can send you a link though. I have on my OneDrive. I can share that with you so you don't have to go through finding them on their site.
Your
So,
map?
yeah,
Okay.
yep.
Yeah, if I could get that from you, because, and then my next question is, since we live just south of Mud Creek, and it's talking about the HVAC, like our furnace is in the basement. So does that mean we have to move our furnace up if we're in the floodplain? And the reason I'm asking is when we first moved there was no floodplain, or we were not in the flood area. Then after, what was it, 2008? Whenever they revamped it, they put us in a flood area. We paid, of course, thousands of dollars every year for flood insurance. And of course, we don't have any control, because when people make that decision, we're stuck paying. The city, the county is not paying it. We're paying it out of our pocket. Then, the last time they revamped it, took us out of the floodplain. So now, if we're gonna go back into the floodplain, that means we're gonna be paying thousands of dollars. The last that I paid, I think, was 2,000 something, close to $3,000. I can't imagine now what it's gonna be, probably 3,000 at least. Plus then, I need to find out what does that mean for our furnace? Because we don't have a place up on the main level to put a furnace. So are we grandfathered in for our furnace?
We don't regulate
If there's substantial improvement, so if there was substantial damage and you were improving your house, at that point you would have to, if you were in the floodplain, you had to take out a floodplain development permit. If there was 50% of what your value was prior, if there's less damage, cost to repair is 50% of that, then you would have to be in compliance with the floodplain ordinance at that point. You need to take out the permit, and you have to be in compliance.
That's only if we're gonna do house improvements.
Yes,
If we're not gonna do any
substantial
house
damage.
improvements.
that.
Okay, so then everything would stay where it is. But what happens, we go to sell down the road.
Still follows.
Yeah, there, I
Don't
mean, as
follow.
long as there's no,
It would still be grandfathered in for having it for instance.
yeah, there's not those substantial.
Okay.
There's some of these ordinances with the floodplain that are less than the best, I'll put it that way. They had no flood insurance in Blairstown. Then they put houses in the floodplain that were above. Never, ever had they flooded. I think there's a big push to get stuff into the floodplain to help with the people that, like down in Cedar Rapids or wherever, they should be in the floodplain, but to put houses in there that ain't ever gonna flood, I mean, they were up 4 or 5 feet, and they were yet in the floodplain.
Well, I know cost-wise, since they just did the assessments too, so of course, house taxes are taking a big hike. Now, the flood insurance would be at least probably close to $3,000 a year. It's like, we are getting hit hard this year, or whenever it takes, takes an effect. So you're talking a lot of dollars. And then because of the assessment value getting shot way up there, gosh, I can't remember what I figured, 30-40% for ours. And then because of that, then the house insurance says you have to insure it for at least 85%, so that's 3 huge hits for us. So that's why I'm wondering why. What actually is causing the new mapping? Is there like new housing going up that's kicking it off? What initiated this?
It's their call.
Don't they review that floodplain map about every 10 years?
A little bit more than that.
But it hasn't been 10 years, wasn't it just 2019 or something like that?
And it varies too, if there's.
Oh, maybe it's,
If there's been flood.
If there's been a major changes either, or if they found discrepancies, between what they had originally, from their prior study, if there's large changes, sometimes that might prompt a revision where they might look specifically at that one creek. I know there's been some instances where there's been changes with the bridge, where that's now changed, whether it was increasing the opening so that way water's gonna flow through faster. That's gonna prevent, some of the upstream backing up, but it's also gonna send it faster downstream. So I know there's just a combination of those projects, and that specifically this one, I can't tell you what prompted it. I just know I think it was 2021 is when we first got contacted about it, and they had already done the study at that point.
Because they just, I think it was 2019 that they put out the new map.
Yep.
Correct,
And
yeah.
that's when they took us out of the floodplain. Of course, like I said, I haven't looked at the map to know if I'm in the floodplain or not, but it certainly hasn't been that many
Have you
years.
attempted to have an elevation certificate looked at? Just to see if
No.
maybe you would not be in it and you could take yourself out yourself?
Didn't have to even think about that till we seen this in
Sure.
the paper, and it's like, oh, this
Yeah.
is not good.
Yeah, but you may look at that if you are in it. Yeah, an elevation certificate could be an option if it's something that could get you out.
Get your questions answered?
No.
You need to see that.
I need to see that map, yeah. Because I don't want us to put back in that flood zone. That's too much money.
Matt, is that the link we have to send her externally?
Yeah, that one through the OneDrive, yeah.
So if you want to provide your email to Matt or I, we can get you that map.
Yeah, thank you.
It is a real pain for people because you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out.
Yes.
And the maps are goofy. I mean, if in fact in Blairstown, they put some houses in it, they did right along that creek. If everybody that lives on the east side of that creek, if they're putting people in the floodplain on the west side of the creek that are 4 feet higher, then the whole town on the east side would be in the floodplain. But nobody else is in there, they just picked a couple houses. And when you go to sell that house, you can't sell it.
Because you have to tell the people they're gonna have to pay flood insurance, and I was gonna say that next, yeah. Yeah. And then you'd actually have to tell them if they do any improvements to it, then they have to pay the cost to bring the geothermal up from out of the basement upstairs.
Yeah.
And that's another question, what does it do for geothermal? Because it isn't like it's just a regular furnace, you know, the geothermal is in the ground.
It's a mess.
Well, you know, we need answers to that.
And the flood insurance isn't gonna give you any, I don't think. I don't know.
They only go so high.
It's not, it's, I feel for you. There ain't nothing we can do about it.
No,
So when you guys refer to they, who is they?
DNR.
Do you have a contact person that I
And
can
it's-
call?
Yeah, it's
It's Jason.
passed down from FEMA to the state,
State.
to then to
And
the
to us.
local jurisdictions.
So, like, can I get contact information from you then too
Yeah.
for that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put people in Blairstown in the floodplain and it's never flooded, never has. And I've been down there for 50 years.
Can I have you just follow them guys back to their office in the basement, and then they'll get all your information for you, and they could probably even pull that up on the maps, you know. You can look at it now in their office. Okay. Rick, I'll take your motion again.
All right, that's my motion to pass the first consideration.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We have no control over it.
Yeah, no, it kind of bites.
That is for next week.
Yeah, with it, yeah, put it on. And if they're gonna come back next week, right?
It's the second meeting next week.
Yeah, I know, I was just wondering if you find out.
Oh, if we'll get her email and contact her.
Yeah,
We'll get
find
her,
out some
we'll get her
information.
squared away.
We'll talk.
We'll get her squared away.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Roy, I remember.
You got cash?
No.
I'll drop it off at your office.
That's
I
fine.
forgot, I got bridges on my mind.
Oh, you're fine. I printed off the current budget report just so they can see what we're looking. It doesn't show, but there was a claim you approved in there today
Okay,
for a survey for the cemetery commission. So that's Isaac and Roy Schultz. They're both on the cemetery commission. I'll let you guys explain your budget amendment request.
You want me to take the floor?
Sure.
whatever.
You're so dramatic.
If you're,
Well, you gotta be a full-on career as a politician, right? But there's the thing.
Don't do it, don't do it.
So, Pioneer Cemetery Commission meeting in May approved kind of one last thing for the 2022 budget, which was to do some expensive tree work at Wright Cemetery north of Belle Plaine. It's to remove 3 large trees. A couple of them were really hazardous, one was over a fence. We had someone who was willing to do the work for $1,050. He was in attendance at that meeting. We approved it. Because it was happening so late in the fiscal year, the work wasn't done and a bill in our hands until it was too late for us to get that turned in for the 2022 budget. It's been turned in, but we were hoping that we could see our 2023 budget amended so that it doesn't come out of this year, because it is a large chunk of our budget.
Is that the one you were talking about?
Mhm.
That we just okayed it?
Yep, it was in there. It was to John Hawthorne for $1,050, Pioneer Cemetery tree. It was on page 2.
Okay.
So when I talked to Isaac, I explained to him we're gonna be doing an amendment in September. And if that was really gonna cut him short, then now is the time to come ask so that I make sure I improve and increase that.
So in other words, they did not spend all their budget
In June, yeah.
21, 22.
Well, what we just ended June 30th, no.
Yeah.
No. And there's no way that I could go back and pay it out of June
Yep.
30th, so.
I understand that.
Do you guys have any questions about it?
No, the only thing I'm curious about is that you got $2,000 in your budget to care of graves.
Roy, do you know anything about that?
This is kind of, they really didn't input those, that's kind of me on their behalf, just from history. So this is really the first time they've really communicated on some of that stuff, so.
It's like Florence Township, we just turned everything over to Haley and she can manage it.
We look at the old history and what, I mean, it doesn't mean you can only use that out of the care of graves. They still have like 4,800 total to use throughout the line items.
Is there any restrictions on what we can use that budget, those budget dollars for?
Yeah,
Can we
well-
purchase equipment with that?
Should be able to, we just have to code it properly when you're spending it. But I can send you like a code section more or less on some of that.
It seems like we're letting, and this is a thing probably, but I have to duke it out with Wayne and the ladies. But it seems like we're letting a lot of our budget dollars escape when we could be using them on equipment that we really could use.
I think this commission, you guys are more proactive than what we've had in the past, so,
Well, from going back to the past minutes, I think,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, even if we move it all, we're doing more than,
Right, that's why it's so hard for me when I'm looking at prior activity to know what's needed, so.
I'm the secretary treasurer. Would it help if I gave you a spreadsheet from what we have and broke it down from what we have spent the past, I've been on the commission now 5-6 years.
That'd be
And
great, I mean, and if you want, I will just start sending you that budget workup. And you can come in here and verbally present to them as well.
we usually do that, like in December, but I think it'd get you a better roadmap and us a better roadmap.
Where it went.
Of where it went, and then we can
No, I
say,
think that'd be
okay,
great.
we're gonna spend X amount of dollars on a hoist, or we're gonna spend X amount of dollars on equipment rental, what have you, to reset stuff.
Was it last year when you helped, when we borrowed with secondary roads and they, with equipment?
Year before,
Year before.
year before.
Yep.
Have you guys been up there? Need to go up there. I really put that loader to work. I think I almost ran over Isaac.
You almost ready to go over? Nah, no, it's not.
But and is that county equipment
If it's.
available to us in, since we are the
I have to come
county?
back, because I know we reached out to our insurance people on that. And wasn't it more the liability?
Yeah, when it comes to secondary roads, that's where the fine line is, because their money comes from the DOT.
Mm-hmm.
So, I get the answer, no, you can't. Understand that, that's DOT money, it's supposed to stay.
That comes from
with the
Ames.
roads, yep, it's gotta stay with the roads. you know. Another thing I can kind of tell you about is that, the weed department, they got, chipper shredder just here 2 months ago. Okay, now they got a DOT grant, for the road use. Well, right now we're on the fence whether we're gonna apply for that, because we did okay to get it. But if they get it, well, then the only one that can use that chipper shredder is the weed department for cleaning up the brush and crap in the ditches. Conservation would love to use it in their parks. Can't do it if we get that DOT grant money, so. This is where a lot of the problem comes in.
So the cemetery commission can use it for their brush pile.
See, it'd be the same thing there then.
Yeah, I knew there was some funding that went to secondary roads from
Yeah.
the Department of
Yeah.
Transportation. I wasn't sure.
I know there's different things in the county that I thought Myron could do with his equipment, because it's, hey, it's there, it works, and you, no, can't do it.
It makes sense. Makes sense. Probably.
Well, to me, it ain't smart, but,
You gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah.
It's taxpayers' money regardless, yeah.
So I have no problem, you know, because
So
they
are you
didn't
just
spend that
asking for
money.
that 1,050 more?
Yeah, for a
Okay.
2023 budget.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause they
That's what I'll
didn't.
put in there. You guys are okay with that?
I'm okay with it. You okay with it?
Yeah.
Rick?
Yeah, and I'm okay with it, yep.
Okay.
So we need formal action or what?
Well, not yet, because I'm gonna probably be putting that on the agenda to set the amendment date and stuff. I'm shooting for September.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Hopefully we can get all these little ones all put in with that one and not have to do more than one if we can help it.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gentlemen. All right. I'll take my cord and
Yes.
drop the money off at your office.
Oh,
I don't wanna
you're
get,
back and
I don't
forth.
wanna get hit by a bus owing you $7.
Nope, it's not mine, it's my son's, so.
Oh.
I know where you work.
And where I live. Thank you, gentlemen.
See ya.
Have a good one. So we got one item left.
Yeah, he probably won't
Ian's
be able
coming.
to back.
So,
He was in here earlier today. You wanna look at this? Give me them sheets, and give them back to me.
Yep. Yeah, so that one didn't even show on there yet, because we didn't
No.
post it till today.
I know about this,
You what?
kinda know about it.
I've started a list for amendments, so the public health hopefully will have a better
Yeah,
understanding of what more they're gonna need too.
yeah, 'cause I seen in the claims we had.
She got some equipment and
Yeah.
some things.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
No,
mean-
but like I explained to them, we're just starting the new fiscal year, so
Yep.
there shouldn't be an issue yet.
Right.
And then we probably need to do another ARPA meeting.
Yeah, we keep talking about it the last 3 weeks.
You wanna try to set one up for next week maybe?
Yeah, I don't care.
That meeting's tomorrow night, isn't it?
Yep. If we do an ARPA committee meeting, that way I know for sure on my election equipment and stuff too.
You don't know yet?
No, if you guys, if
Oh,
everybody's
we all-
okay, yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
Because I want to get, like I said, I want to get that in place and used for the November election.
Okay. Then I know.
But I think it would be good if we need to fill out more that we're allocating for this or that, so we kind of have a dollar amount.
When do you have to report that back in? Is that every 6 months or a year?
6 months.
When's that 6 months up?
I think it's in. September. When did I do the last one? I'll have to go back and look, because they did change it, because I have that 2 different ones. I'm just getting that other 50,000 from that,
Indian?
the local tribal one too. So we haven't spent any of that.
Okay.
What is that all we can spend it.
certain ways, it's restricted, but, and there's reporting we have to do. Same with the opioid, Ray and I are gonna meet too on some of that, so we're getting another deposit,
Okay.
so.
He could
And,
use
and,
some
you
of
know, it's
that.
all that, some of that's with, like with Melinda's semi-annual.
Ray could probably use some of that, couldn't he, on his office area? Or no?
That's kind of a stickler there because
Is
it's
it?
for, yeah, opioid
Okay.
stuff.
But I see
Collections.
in the claims that, you know, he bought desk and stuff, you
Yeah.
know.
But didn't he, I think he used his collections fund money, didn't he?
I don't know. I just see there was some claims in there.
I think I did. But,
And that wasn't too high either.
no.
So what can we spend this 50,000 for?
Well, we actually are gonna have a total of 100. Do you guys get those ISAC emails and stuff? Usually they'll go through all that, and they'll have a discussion on different things, so it's kinda how I learned, just read on it, see what's acceptable and what's not.
100,000 to buy some stuff. We got that much laying around.
Well, it's in a reserved, committed fund, so, yeah. And I don't know, like the opioid, if we could offset medical examiner, you know, certain investigations that pertain to the opioid. There's just different things where you have to be specific.
You know, what's kind of funny is I just read an article of doctors that refuse to take vaccinations. And they were let go. What a deal.
I see Shelby's getting some stuff done at Hannon. Their cement and stuff.
Yeah, they should have a steel roof on by now, don't they? You ain't been down there?
I was down there yesterday. They got west side on, and they got the rooms all divided out.
Yeah, Ray used the collections fund, if you look at that. for the-
Okay.
Yep. Which makes sense, because it's his collection office, and it's
Okay,
funds from there
Okay.
can go towards it, so.
all right.
Yeah.
I just seen the claims. I
Yep.
did not look to where,
I thought he did, but.
what pool it come out of.
Looks smaller whenever you get all
Inside of it?
Well, I thought it looked like they utilized their space pretty nicely, though,
the,
Yeah.
considering what it looked like before and now.
Mhm.
I think they'll like the floor heat. I've never been around it, I have no idea.
I'm not a floor heat person, so.
I'm not either. I'd have put in a ceiling.
Radiant, yeah, that's what I believe in. All right, we're close enough to 10 o'clock. Dean
Well,
was
did
in
he already
here
give it to
earlier,
you?
yeah, he was in here earlier, and he had to switch a bus out in Belle Plaine, Rick, because the air conditioner quit working in that bus.
Yeah,
So, and that was like 10 minutes to 9, and he was gonna drive to Belle
Sure.
Plaine and try to come back, and I told him, don't need to speed, because he sent us the copy of this.
and I've read it.
Yep, so I did too, and I didn't see nothing wrong with it. I did ask him on the second to last page, excuse me, on the back, the only thing they gotta buy when it comes to the garage door openers is 4 more remotes.
Okay,
Okay, the landlord is gonna put another, garage door opener on the other side, 'cause, so this will be similar like they got here in Benton, or it'll be a drive-through. They can
Okay.
drive in one side and drive out.
Okay,
And the only thing, like I said, they have to buy extra, that, transportation will have to buy
Yeah.
4 remotes. So,
yeah, that's not a big deal.
nope,
I did have a question on page 2,
yeah,
and, let me get to it. It talks about, first of all, it talks about the expenses and how the lessor will maintain the parking area,
yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
provide snow removal, et cetera. And then a couple items down, it talks about parking, and it's real simple. It says there shall not be any parking provided to the lessee. So there's no outside parking?
Probably not on the premises, you'll have to park out on the street, I'm guessing. I read that too.
Okay,
Because Dean also said that they will be in charge of moving the snow, that they won't have to hire anybody to do that in the wintertime.
well, the landlord's gonna do that.
Yep,
Mhm. Yeah, and it talks about maintaining the parking area,
right,
and so that's where I'm not laid eyes on the property, obviously,
I haven't either,
but
and I was down there
it,
yesterday.
it's, yeah, and it kinda, it talks about the parking area, yet there's no parking available.
Yeah,
Conflicting.
but I guess, Dean's checked in on this, so he knows what he's getting into, so I have faith in Dean, so,
Yes, and I don't have any issues with it,
okay.
other than this, obviously.
He can, I'm
So-
sure, Dean can explain it to us later on down the road. Cause see, this don't
Yeah,
take an
sure.
effect till,
The first year,
yeah, right,
yep. And it's essentially a 2-year, well, it's a annual agreement with the first renewal being the same rate.
correct,
Yeah, so I don't see any issues.
okay. Well, I'll take a motion
You
then
can, all right,
from anybody.
make the motion that we, go into this, leasing agreement.
Okay,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Aye.
there you go.
And then I'll scan it back to you.
And I believe we're done.
I
Anyway,
move we adjourn.
I think you got everything done.
okay,
I'll see you guys Wednesday night.
Sure.
and post that.
Gary moved to
Aye.
adjourn.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Okay,
Okay.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Aye. It's tomorrow night at 7:00, correct?
yep.
Yep, I'll be posting that agenda here shortly.
All right, sounds
All
good.
day.
Thank you, one and all.
All right, see you, Rick.
Yep, bye-bye.
Have a good one.